Dr. Limitless, what would you tell the people today? I would tell the people how to cultivate a winning mindset. What does that look like? What does it mean to win? What does it mean to win? I want you to think about that. What does it mean to win? See, winning to me means that you set a goal, you accomplish, and you was able to, boom, win it. Now, let's see what the definition of winning is. What does it mean to win? All right, win definition. Let's do this in real time. Be successful or victorious in a contest or conflict. Be successful or victorious in a contest or conflict. We deal with conflict every day of our lives. Remember, my platform is all about how to master mind, body, spirit, emotions. So if you're able to be victorious in your mind, what is stopping you from believing how great you are? And all of you are great. If you're listening to me, you are limitless seekers. You're great. You have the right mindset. Body. What are you doing to push your body to the max? To be the very best that you can be? That's a winning mindset. What are you doing to say, you know what? I believe in God or something out there that's greater, and I'm going to pursue it every single day of my life. That is a winning mindset. To say, you know what? I want to make sure that I'm not getting pissed off when people challenge me anymore. That is a winning mindset. And when you hit all of those four quadrants, you know what you are? You are a winner. You, all of you, are winners. Now, how do you cultivate the winning mindset? I think I need to go back and think about, when did that mindset come about? I think all my life, even when we grew up a little poor in Fall River, Massachusetts, I always wanted to be better than my environment. I wanted to be better than what it was that I saw in front of me. I would look at people and I would imagine, man, their car, God, I wonder if I could have that one day. I see a guy in a suit, man, with a briefcase. Briefcases were the thing back then. I want to be that guy in a briefcase. I remember watching the Cosby Show and Dr. Huxtable, and you had Claire Huxtable. And I was like, man, doctors and lawyers, wow, they must make a lot of money. Then I remember looking at rap, Tupac Shakur, Wu-Tang. I'm like, man, oh my God, look at Denzel Washington. All of these actors, Tom Hanks. I'm like, oh my God, I want this life. And I thought that was a winning mindset. And I would argue that they did win. But I never had the life that they had. But I won. And I have a winning mindset. Some of you may say, well, James, how do you have a winning mindset? You act on TV, but you're not Denzel. I'm doing the best that I can do. I'm taking my talents to the highest level that every single time I get a role, I kill it. And what I do when I get on set, like I got a film today at 5:00. When I get on set, my job is I want to make sure every scene I'm in is one take. And anybody that ever filmed with me, that you will hear me say, one take. It's going to be one take and we out, we done. Because I want to kill it. I want to embody that character. You know why? Because like you, I'm a winner. I'm a winner. Now, I remember one time I used to be ashamed to tell people that I played football for Methodist University. I had a friend that played at Elon University. I was getting recruited by East Carolina University, Fayetteville State, West Virginia. And I'm like, man, I didn't get to play Division I or even Division I AA. I had to go to a D3 school. So it made me feel embarrassed about it. Embarrassed. Even though only 7% of all high school players end up playing football collegiately. And about 2.5% play Division III. But I felt bad. I felt bad. And you may say, James, why did you feel bad? Because I compared myself to other people. Comparison is the stealer of joy. I will argue that many of you are limitless. Many of you maximize all of your gifts and talents in a specific field, and that was the best you can do. To me, that is limitless. That means you are a winner. You're a winner. But see, what we do is, I played high school basketball, and I'm only 5'7.5". Think about that. I beat out a lot of people that tried out for the basketball team every single year from 7th grade to 12th grade, and I'm only 5'7.5". And I started. Up until I got to varsity, I started on every single team that I played on. That is winning. That is maximizing my talents. Now, of course, if I was 6'9", shit, I would have been better than LeBron. Don't get it twisted. I love LeBron. But at 6'9", with the skills I had, oh, man, I would eat him for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. Even Jordan. Yes, you old heads, even Jordan. I would have came at him. I jumped high, I ran fast, and I was strong. Can you imagine me at 6'9"? Just dunking for no reason. I maximized my ability. In football, I maximized my talents. I played Division III football from Methodist University. Got put out after a year. Went to the military for 4 years. From 99 to 2003. Got out of the military, trained for another 2 years. After 3 knee surgeries, and then I got a contract out of 77 players to play professional arena football, AIFL. It wasn't Arena 1, but it was a professional football team that I got paid to play football. After 5-6 years away from the game of training and after multiple surgeries, is that not winning? Is that not maximizing what I was able to do with my body? Or how about at 45? I only been in bodybuilding for 15 months. And I have a pro card at 45. And I'm competing for another pro card with NGA on Saturday. And yes, I didn't beat the guy at the pro show or those guys at the pro show. Matter of fact, it was a lot of guys that beat me at the pro show. But I got the best out of my body. I'm limitless. I'm limitless. You are limitless. Some of you are working in a job that you always wanted, but you don't get to see how great you are because you're looking at the person next to you. And you're not able to see everything it is that you bring. But stop looking at the next person. Think about what it is that you bring. Think about the talents, the gifts, everything it is that you do to change lives. You are a winner. Some of you may say, James, I don't read as many books as you. But you read 2 books. Have you realized most people would never read another book once they leave high school? So if you read 1 book, you know what? You got it right. You're a winner. Some of you said, James, I haven't written books like you. Well, there's people that got more articles than me. And I used to look, oh, this person got 30, 40, 50 articles. That's cool. I got about 20. That's good for me. I wrote 4 books. I have 2 others that I'm working on. One that was a bestseller. One that was an indie book of the year. It wasn't a New York Times bestseller, but it was the best that I was able to do. You know what? Just like you, winner. Gave a TED Talk. Didn't get 1 million views, but it was well over 100,000 views. Winner. Limitless. Maximizing what it is that God gave me. See, this is the thing that God wants. God wants you to appreciate where God have you. God wants you to appreciate what it is that you get to bring to the world. Not looking at other people. We can always find somebody doing something greater. We can always find somebody that the world may perceive to have a better body, a better smile, a better way of communicating. Always. But what about the gifts God gave you to share with the world? I'm not worried about another man's spirituality or their relationship. I'm trying to focus on my walk. I'm trying to focus on how am I continuously growing and finding God in everything it is I'm doing. That's limitless. You're a winner. Realize to cultivate a winning mindset, you got to set your own personal goals. Identify what you see as success and never compete with nobody else. Never. Now, some of you may say, well, James, you're in a bodybuilding competition. You competing with everybody. Look, contextually, I do want the outcome of the trophy, the pro card, etc. But I promise you, I'm competing with myself. Every time I get on stage, I'm saying, am I bringing a better package? On this show, I'm bringing a bigger package, more defined, but I want to be bigger on stage to see what it looks like. That's me getting the most out of me, not thinking about anybody else. I don't even know who I'm competing against, but I'm ready because I'm competing against me. Me. And if you compete against you, you know it, you guessed it, you are a winner. Some of you may say, well, look, I thought I was going to go and play Division I. I thought I was going to go pro, and I thought I was going to do this. Dude, you maximize, or lady, you maximize everything it was that you have. As long as you can rest at night knowing you gave your best, you are a winner. That's what it's really about. So what I do is I visualize what it is that I want from the world. Does that mean that I'm not afraid? No, man, a lot of times I'm afraid. But you got to have the faith of a mustard seed to move mountains. Sometimes that's all I have. Sometimes I walk in and I'm bold and I'm confident and I know this is me. And when I walk in sometimes and I'm bold saying this is me, sometimes I don't get the outcome that I expect. But I'm still confident. I've lost 6 shows before I got my pro card. And I'm going to lose more shows even after I get my pro card. And that's okay. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going back to the gym, getting stronger, getting better, defining my body, eating properly to define my body. And that's it until I die. Remember, be better than your best and never rest on your last success. That's what it means to be limitless. That's cultivating a winning mind, a winning mindset. Never, ever looking at defeat. What did they say in 300? No surrender, no retreat. I'm never going to surrender, even when the world is kicking my ass. And oh, yes, I have had that happen personally and professionally. But you know what? I may even pout. I may even be like, man, I could knock these mother. But James, you can't do that. And then I pick my head up and say, God, thank you. Thank you. And some of you may say, why are you saying thank you? I am grateful for the obstacles. I'm grateful for the struggle, because to whom much is given, much is required. And God has given me a lot. And God is going to give me so much more as long as I breathe. And even in death, my voice will still be heard. So if God is giving me all of this and I have a voice, there's a voice to the world to inspire. I can't stop. I'm limitless. You're limitless. I'm a winner. You're a winner. So you can never, ever stop. As soon as you stop, you lose. But as long as you keep going, you win. That's the biggest, most simple way to cultivate a winning mindset. You never stop moving forward. Even Apostle Paul said, press forward, my brothers and sisters. It doesn't mean life is going to be easy. Life is going to be hard, especially if you know you're chosen. It is going to be hard because you got to have a testimony for the world. But like Bruce Lee said, don't pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to handle a difficult life, a transformative life. See, there's people that don't like me. I don't give a damn. I don't even know really they exist. And I would love to tell you they never bothered me. Yeah, they bothered me. But I'm limitless. Eventually, my spirit will overcome my flesh and I will get at peace with it. And my flesh have to capitulate to my spirit, because my spirit super rules my flesh. My flesh don't rule my spirit. And I would love to be friends with everybody. But remember this. Remember what Yeshua said, what Jesus said. When you're friends with the world, you're enemy to God. I don't need to be friends with them. Excuse my French, but fuck them. If they don't like me, I don't care. Because I know everything I'm doing with the right heart. I want you all to be inspired to see the truth in you. I want you all to realize you are a winner. If you're looking at my life, it don't mean that I don't sit here and struggle like you. It don't mean I don't have challenges. People that know me closely know I just came to a big decision that people will see next year. And I'm so at peace. But my flesh is also a little scared. But God has given me all of the tools and talents that I need to thrive. To thrive. And you have all of the tools and talents you need to thrive. You just got to believe. You got to believe if you really want to receive it. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Everything that has come to me, even my wife, I saw it here first before I had her. When it came to playing pro football, I saw it in my mind first. When it came to all of my college degrees, a person that was a temporary high school dropout, first one in my family to graduate, like Jordan, six college degrees, 2 doctorates. You think I did that? No. God led me on a path. See, this is what you don't understand. Yeah, I don't go to church like you every day. I talk to God constantly. There are many times when I'm driving and it's like, cut the radio off. Just talk. And I sit in silence, listening. God, how should I speak here? God, I know I was wrong there. What is the better way to go about doing it? Man, I didn't realize I was still weak in that area. Man, God, the temptation got me. Constantly talking to God. And see, this is what I want you all to really understand. The more you seek God, the more you'll fall. But eventually, you'll fall no more. Eventually, you'll get up and you'll be like, dang, I thought I was still weak in this area. Man, I don't have no desire. No desire. But that's seeking a relationship with something greater than yourself. That's becoming limitless. And as you become limitless, you don't have to worry about cultivating a winning mindset. Everything you touch, you'll win in. Even if you're not winning in comparison to other people, you know you won in your mind, you know you won in your spirit, you know you won in your body, and you won in your emotions. That's what it means to win. Never give in. I know how great you all are. I just need you to believe it in yourself. Because if you don't believe it and you go in the mirror and say, I'm stupid, I'm not, I'm this, I'm that, you're speaking that into your life. Law of attraction. They used to say, abracadabra, as I speak, I create. As I speak, I create. You're creating your world. I could be falling and losing, and people could say, oh, you're a loser. Man, you a damn lie. I'm a win. Dude, I'm a winner. You see what I just did? Yeah, you lost. No. I didn't lose. I learned another way of how not to do it. I learned another way to get better. Every single day, I'm learning a new skill set. And when I'm learning a new skill set, I'm learning how to optimize it and how to monetize it. I'm always looking at that angle. Always. You think bodybuilding was just about bodybuilding? No, I monetize. Acting is this, not about acting. No, I monetize. Speaking ain't just about speaking. No, I monetize it. Writing is not just about writing. No, I monetize it. Because God say the more you share your gifts with the world, the more you'll be rewarded for it. What gifts do you have that the world need? My gifts are going to touch the world on a macro level. So you know what that means? I'm going to receive compensation on a macro level. This is bigger than Limitless. This is a movement. I want everybody that is following me to have a winning mindset. I want everything you touch to become great because you are great. It was a 0.0000001 chance that your parents met and created you. Tell me you ain't great. Tell me you ain't great. Tell me you ain't meant to win. But you lose every time you compare it, even when it looked like you won. Because you're not thinking about why you're doing it. It's the why behind everything you do. I want to have the best body 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. So that when my grandkids and my great grandkids come, I could play with them. I could pick them up. I could run. I can do this. I want to still be able to make love to my wife. I want to still be able to play basketball with my son if he wants to. This is what this is about. I want to have the sharpest mind when I'm in my 80s and 90s. I want to have the common spirit when the world continue to have these upheavals or be in chaos. I want to have the strongest spirit that even at the face of death, I'm like, God is real. God is good. Because the life that God has given me, I don't deserve it. I don't. I don't. But one thing I will say, even in my inequities, my sin, I've always talked to God. Anybody that know me that even engaged in sin with me, you know, I always talked about God. God is real for me. But maybe it's you that you believe in. Maybe it's other people. But we all believe in something. But to keep this simple, to cultivate a winning mindset, you must believe what it is you think the world wants you to do, and then you can receive it. And you must never compare yourself to other people. And once you have all those things, you go to that mirror and you tell yourself, I am beautiful, I am smart, I am funny, I am amazing, and the world needs me. And just like every other day, today is a glorious day. And for 86,400 seconds, I will give my excellence and my best until I'm laid to rest. I'm abundantly blessed and never stressed. Be better than your best and never, ever rest on your last success. And remember, you are a winner. Be limitless, my friends. Be limitless.